Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at business growth, and sometimes these myths are the things that hold us back when we believe in something or believe something that really isn't true, and it's just a myth. It's not something that we should allow to hold us back, and it keeps us anchored to the ground and keeps us from moving forward. So in this video we're diving into some of the biggest myths about business growth, the ones that have you spinning your wheels and questioning all your life choices. Does that sound familiar? Well, don't worry, we're about to bust these myths and get you back on track. So we're going to look at myth number one. And myth number one is, are you ready? Drum roll please. The be everywhere, the omnipresent. You've heard that before, I'm sure, is that you've got to be everywhere. You've got to be on TikTok, YouTube, Pinterest, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and whatever new platform Gen Z is using this week. And so what we have is we find ourselves once again just overwhelmed. This is supposed to be a stick figure, but we've got YouTube and we've got TikTok and we've got Instagram and we've got whatever else is out there, and it just becomes overwhelming and we become completely consumed by that. And here's the problem: trying to be everywhere is like trying to juggle flaming torches while riding a unicycle. Now that's impressive if you can pull it off, but you're just burning out, and not many people can be omnipresent. And the thing you need to understand is that if you're a solopreneur just like I am, and you're still building your business and it's just you and you're the janitor and the bottle washer and the every other person and the bookkeeper, there's no way that you can be on every platform. So the truth is that you need to be strategic. What I mean by being strategic is that you need to pick one, maybe two platforms and get good at those. My writing is not that great, but the thing about it is that by focusing on one, for example, my platform is YouTube. I don't get on any other social media. I have no reason to be there. I want to focus on being a creator, not a consumer. So I focus on YouTube. That's why I'm creating this YouTube, and I feel that it is the best way to provide value to people and provide answers to their problems. I've got channels where I am getting views to this day on content that I produced 2, 3, 4 years ago. And so the myth about having to be everywhere is not true. Just focus on being in one place, maybe two, and doing that well. The next myth we're going to look at is keyword research. So keywords equal success. It just isn't. Keywords don't equal success. It's not a magic spell. It's not fairy dust to have the right keyword. You got your magic wand here, the white tip there, and we got all the little fairy dust out here, and the magic spell that's supposed to unlock instant traffic and riches isn't going to happen. And so keywords that might get you on the front page or page one of Google is just temporary. It's a lot of energy you're focusing on getting there. And so when you look at keywords, yeah, they help, but they're not the silver bullet. And you can have the perfect keyword and still get crickets if your content doesn't deliver real value. And that's where you need to focus, is providing value. So when we're talking about value is greater than, and so what you want to do is focus on value and provide answers to problems, provide real solutions, and go beyond just sharing information or stuff that anybody can get anywhere. And then the third myth is focused action. So the real secret, and I feel like we need a drum roll for this, the real secret is focused action. And here's the big takeaway. The secret to business growth isn't chasing every trend or stuffing your content with keywords. It's focused, consistent action day after day. Like we were talking about in the last video, where you set up your calendar, you set up your time, you set aside, or you list on your calendar what you're going to do tomorrow. And so you're preparing a day in advance, showing up every day and doing the thing that actually moves the needle. That's focused action, not letting these distractions or things that come up, derail you from what you have set to do. Now, one of the things that I do is I've always got things coming up in my mind that are crossing my mind, the things I need to do, things that I would impulsively go and get distracted doing. But I keep a notebook at my side. And what I do is when I come up with an idea or something that I feel is important, I write it down, just jot it down on that piece of paper in my notebook, and I keep focused on the action. And I want to continue to make sure that I'm able to do that, whatever I've figured out I want to do or chosen to do in that hour. So consistent input provides measurable output. So you need to be able to sit there at the end of your time that you've allotted and see some kind of measurable output. And the only way that you're going to get that is by consistent. So this is where it comes down to our system. And our system, or your system, my little pen here's got buttons on it. So your system, and remember, system is saving yourself time, energy, and money. And time is not something that you can ever get back. But your system here has to have three components. To be high impact, you need to be moving that needle forward, making progress, and to be sustainable. So whatever you start out to do, is that something, you really need to ask yourself, is this something that you can do a week, a month from now? And if it's not, then you need to change it up. Now, doesn't that sound better than running in circles? I think it does, but it takes a lot of structure and order and discipline. And if you look at any successful business owner, they have these qualities in place. Now, you're probably wondering, where's the AI fit in to all this? And I'm glad you asked. The AI does your heavy lifting. And I know that's a term that gets used a lot, but when it comes to being your personal assistant, that's what AI is. Even if you spent, and I don't spend near that, but even if you spent $100 a month on AI to do all the things that it does, to do the heavy lifting, it would be a far less amount than if you were using a virtual assistant. And so AI does your heavy lifting. Just like any assistant, you have to be very clear on what you want it to do. You can't just expect it to do all your work or to read your mind, because if it's garbage in, so you got to be very specific, just like you're working with a person. AI can do your research, it can create content, it can analyze data, and it can do so much more. It's not a slave, though, that is miraculously going to do whatever you want. You have to be a good manager and instruct the outcomes. And let me say that again, you need to instruct the outcome. One word there, but if you want it to provide good outcomes, you need to instruct it to do that. And if it doesn't provide you the good outcome, you need to instruct it on what it is you want. And so AI is not expensive to implement. In fact, I believe the cost is greater of not implementing AI than if you do. So, but we're not done yet. In the next video, we're going to go deep in advanced tactics on how to accelerate your growth without adding any more hours to your day. We're talking AI hacks, automation, and strategies that work while you sleep. Now, if you're starting to see the light at the end of the tunnel and able to see how your business is going to change, implementing these tactics that we've talked about, hit the subscribe button and get ready to take things to the next level. I'll see you there. God bless you.